In the next slides, we'll look at a few examples of sentences from Chapter 6. We'll start with the verb and the ne at the end of the first phrase here. So this verb means to hit, and then we have me followed by a la. So somebody hit me many times or a lot, mongbo, striking me in the face or slapping me in the face. Dam means cheek, and jak means to slap or hit the face. So this is just an expression that means to slap one in the face. So somebody hit me repeatedly in the face. And then we have someone speaking in the second person. So this starts out with you. And so we see at the end of the phrase here, we have sung. So we can guess that this is someone speaking here. So he hit me repeatedly in the face, and then he said the following. So let's go and identify some vocabulary. So we have you. We have a connective case marker here. So my place, sa, is land or earth, and it can be used to say my place, like as in my house where I reside. And then we have the locative marker, so at my place. You first, and then we have the verb to arrive right here. And the verb is followed by matak. So verb matak, we may have seen this a couple times before. Verb matak means as soon as verb or just after verbing. So as just after you first arrived at my house, we'll put a comma there. Then we have body, speech, and mind, the three, in a positive relationship. And then we have a la here. So this is a good place to break the phrase, a la that has a verb before it. So pul sarwa, pul is to offer, and sarwa coming after a verb means to have already offered or to finish offering. Tsar means to finish or to complete something. So going back to the beginning of the speech, where the speech is marked off. So just after you first arrived at my place, you had already offered to me, ngarang la, your body, speech, and mind, the three, la, and what comes after that? Now, da, you kyu kangdu droa yin. Where are you going now? Kangdu is where. Droa yin is in a colloquial grammatical construction. Where are you going now? Kangdu droa yin, he asks. And then he says, this is the connective case marker, your body, speech, and mind, the three. Here's a verb right here, followed by kyang. This verb means to cut. And here we have dumbu is pieces, and 100 followed by the ra. So to cut into 100 pieces. And kyang, as you might remember, means something, either it can mean although or it can mean even. So let's see what the rest of the sentence is. I am greatly powerful, or I have control over you, or I am master of you, something like this. Wang has all of these meanings. It also means empowerment. We've seen it with this meaning in this text often. But it can be in this case, the master. I am the master of you. This is Marpa speaking to Milarepa. And so this kyang, we might say then, could be something like even. I'm the master of your body, speech, and mind, even able to cut them into 100 pieces. So you can think about how to put that into good English. I'm the master of your body, speech, and mind, and could cut them into 100 parts or 100 pieces, something like this. Next, this starts with the Lama in the agentive case. And we have, again, a verb with a ne, so let's just read up to that point. So this is the turquoise, a piece of, it means an ornament, a piece of turquoise. So the Lama placed the turquoise on his neck, guldu on his neck, and then Dakmema is Marpa's wife. Kyo. So here he's speaking in the second person again, so we can now think, as in the last example, that this, and we see the sung at the end, that this is a quote, so this is Marpa speaking. So Marpa says, Dakmema, you don't, samno is thoughts or thinking, so don't be small-minded, is what he's saying. Ma chung is don't be small in your thinking. So this would make sense in the context of the larger story. So don't be small-minded or don't be narrow-minded, we might say in English, he says to his wife. Then he says, you, Kyurang, all of you. Rilbo is all of you, or the complete, the complete you is under my power. So ngala wang, I have the power over all of you. You could say it like this. And then we have a na, so that's if. If I have the power over all of you, I am powerful over the turquoise. So in other words, if I'm wholly your master, I'm the master of the turquoise. And then he says, Tuchen, great magician, now he's speaking to Milarepa, Kirangla Noryuna, so this is if you have wealth or resources, Kirangla Noryuna, if you have wealth, Kirshok, bring it here. So kir is to bring, and shok is an imperative marker. Bring it here, wangur ki, and take the initiation. Ki is another imperative marker, and wangur is to take the initiation. And then he says, the turquoise yu ngarangiyin is mine. Yimbarduk. It is the case that the turquoise is mine. So he won't accept the turquoise as payment for the initiation, and asks Milarepa to bring his own payment if he has any. Now we have the Lama's wife starting to speak. So Yum is the wife of the Lama. The wife of the Lama's from the Lama's wife's mouth is a way of saying she said. So the lady said. And here's the sung at the end. So everything between here and there is what she said. So let's start by just going up to the first she. So she says, Bu den, son, it's true. And then she says, I first, ke lempadar, according to. So when you have verb dar, it means according to the promise, to my first promise. So she promised initially, we might say in English, according to how I first promised, as I first promised. And let's identify some vocabulary first. So we have Lama Rangi Buchen. That's the Lama's own student. Buchen is student. So somebody is the Lama's own student. And then we have the oral instructions, Yang Yube. So all of this is connected with a sixth case. So here we have a name, Ngoktun. So Ngoktun, who, if we read backwards from Ngoktun, all of this is a description of Ngoktun. So everything that comes before this sixth case marker qualifies or describes Ngoktun. So Ngoktun is one who is the Lama's own student, that's the first phrase, and who also has Yuba, the oral instructions. So what about Ngoktun? She says, let's go now to the end of this phrase with a terminating particle and a verb. So I will make Tupshik. I will make a method of obtaining the Dharma from Ngoktun. So, in other words, she's telling Milarepa to go study with this other Lama Ngoktun, who's the student of Marpa and also has the oral instructions. So I will enable for you, according to my promise, I will enable for you a means of obtaining the Dharma with Ngoktun. And then she says, here we have a verb and a la. So reshik is a little bit longer. So stay, she says, de in the imperative, stay a little longer, and the la. Le cheba dar ki shok. So this is again an imperative construction. So act like, so le cheba is to do work, except it's le cheba dar, so act like you're doing work. So stay a little longer and pretend to work, she says. So he went to Lama Ngokpa. This is Ngoktun from the last slide. So Lama Ngokpa Tangjene, having met with Lama Ngoktun, what happened? He got the initiations, Wangur, in the Gepa Dorje Kinkor. So this is the Hevajra Mandala. So it's the kind of initiation he got. And also the Lama gave him the oral instructions of the Hevajra Mandala. And then, what did he do? Here we have verb rung, and we've seen this expression a number of times. So verb rung can mean although he meditated in the past, and this is Milarepa speaking in the first person. So although I meditated yeng medu, without distraction, undistractedly, marpe kama drowe. So in the third case here, because Marpa's, I didn't have in brackets, Marpa's permission. So kadrol is Marpa's permission, and kamadrol is he didn't have Marpa's permission. Nyamnyong is meditative experience. Magye, chikyang, that means none whatsoever were born. So no meditative experiences were generated whatsoever. Now we have Lama Marpa in the third case, agentive, and again a verb followed by ne. So he finished the what was left over. True means what remained of his son's tower. So Lama Marpa completed his son's tower. And Ngokbe Sar, at the place of Lama Ngokba, a Sungyik arrived or emerged. A Sungyik is a letter from Lama Marpa in the honorific Sungyik. So a letter arrived at Ngokba's place. And then we have at the end the Sung here, and so we have him speaking in the first person, speaking to in the second person here, so we can assume that this is the quote of this is the letter. So what does the letter say? Here. And then we have my son's tower, Ngeki Sekar, La, for my son's tower, perhaps. Gubachung, a need has emerged, or in other words, more simply, I need, for my son's tower. Benbe is tamarisk wood roofing pieces. So it's something for building the top part of the tower. So I need this tamarisk wood roofing pieces for my son's tower. And then we have a third case. And so you, in the agentive, from there, Dene, Ben Gurki Bulwa. Bulwa is loads, and Chijok is as possible. So as many as possible, as many loads of this tamarisk wood pieces as possible. Ngunla is send kiershok. So here's the verb. Kiershok is send them or bring them in the imperative. So bring them in advance. And what should he bring? It's this whole phrase right here. It's the loads, as many loads of wood roofing as possible. Dene, from there. And here's the person who should do it. You, bring them. Dena, there, at that place, so locative, Dena, at that place. And then this expression here is that evil one, Mingen, bad person, that evil one of mine. So he's referring to Milarepa, right? That evil one of mine is there, is Dena, was there. So also, at that time, Dedu, Kishok, bring him also. So bring Milarepa as well.